Welcome back. In this session, we'll talk about the course challenges, your graded course projects. There are 4 of them. The first is a research challenge, the second a Mookie video challenge, the third, you already started, your MOOC Comparison challenge, a fourth, an online learning challenge where you'll put all that you learned together in a 2-part project, a proposal, and then part of an LMS course that you create. You can find the guidelines for the course challenges in a little online book in course site right under the syllabus. So when you open it, you'll see a little table of contents, and the guidelines for each course are actually on separate pages, so you'll just kind of hit this one if you want the first challenge, or this one if you want the second. So the guidelines are over here. For our first challenge, the online learning research challenge, for example, it's a 4-week total project. This week is week 1 in the project, and it shows you your tasks. You need to submit your topic for approval. Next week, you'll submit your research sources that you find. You'll write your paper. In the middle of the 3rd week, you'll send a draft to 2 other people for a peer review, and we'll talk more about what that is. You'll get that back, maybe make some changes, maybe not, and then submit the research challenge to me. So here's what the online learning research challenge is. It's just a research paper. Not a long one, just 5 to 10 pages. It'll be in APA style. If you don't know what that is, that's something you will learn. I will teach you over the next few weeks. You need at least 3 sources, references, but they need to be research references, not just opinion pieces, something in a newspaper. We'll talk more about the kinds of references that you need. Lehigh's College of Ed librarian can help you find those. And then I mentioned you'll be submitting a draft of the paper to 2 of your colleagues so they can read it, see what you're up to. If they have any feedback to help you write it better, they can give that to you, and that will improve the paper before I get it. The second challenge is a Mookie video. You won't find that word Mookie in the dictionary because I kind of made it up. But it's a short one, just 5 to 6 minutes. A Mookie video is like what you're seeing now. So here's an example of one by the most famous professor in the world. He's Dr. Scott Page. He's the most famous professor in the world because his MOOC is probably the most watched video MOOC in the world. This is a typical Mookie video. So you see that there's a very strong instructor presence with his picture-in-picture. His voice explains what's going on and what you need to learn and how things are connected. And the content over here just illustrates what he is saying. So you would never have paragraphs to read or anything that is that text dense. So you will learn how to create a Mookie video. It can be a complicated setup, like here's a Chinese MOOC instructor with a 2-camera setup and lighting system and a backdrop. I just have a laptop and my laptop camera, so yours does not have to be complicated. We'll try to make it simple. Your third challenge is the MOOC comparison. You may already have picked your 2 MOOCs. They need to start sometime between now and about mid-September. You need to complete 2 weeks of the 2 MOOC courses that you take. And during that time, we'll try to have our workload a little bit light so that you can do a good job on that. There'll be a 3-person team who writes this MOOC comparison paper. And the paper will be a 6 to 10 page paper, again in the APA style. 6 to 10 pages, meaning you will each be responsible for 2 to 3 pages. You and your teammates don't have to take the same MOOCs. You may if you want, but between the 3 of you, you will have taken up to maybe 6 MOOCs, and you'll have lots of comparisons to make to see what you liked, what you didn't like, what was effective for learning. The final challenge is the online learning challenge. That's the big one. You'll be creating part of an online course. You're going to pick your own topic, something that you want to teach or that you want people to learn. Ideally, it should be something that will be useful to you after our course ends. 2 parts, a proposal as though you were proposing to your school district or your university that you want to create this MOOC or this online course. And then you'll actually publish the course, making it available over the internet, at least to the class. And it needs to have the things that our course has. So content, links, videos that you've created. We didn't do quizzes yet, but a little bit of quizzing. Some collaboration between the people taking it. You'll be selecting an LMS. The most common is Blackboard course sites, not to be confused with our Lehigh course site, which is actually Moodle. The second most common is Canvas. The third, if you're K-12, would be Schoology. If your school or institution uses Blackboard, Brightspace, or Moodle, you're welcome to use those. So, to review, you have 4 challenges in this course that are graded. The research challenge is 25% of your grade. The Mookie video, 10%. The MOOC Comparison, 25%. And the online learning challenge, where you put everything together, is 40%. So I think you will find something interesting about each of these challenges. I hope you enjoy them, and bye for now.